Well, as you all know, schools are currently closed. Schools out for summer for COVID.
Could be longer than summer, but we'll see.
Schools out forever.
Oh,
That's the next line.
Hey, I think, by the way, June, max.
June max?
June max. That's my prediction.
Well, I mean, like, then it's summer, so then they'd be out for summer too.
No, they'd be back in at summer because they have to finish the.
They have to make it
Dude,
up.
I don't know, man. It could go a lot of fucking ways. Like, I hope, we flatten the curve and it gets a lot better, like in like a month or two. But
When I first heard the flatten the curve thing, I thought it was flat earthers.
you were just like, no, keep the curve.
Yeah, keep it nice and round.
That's a brave thing to say. Good for you.
Memes that were like, I looked out my window to see if the curve got flatter, and I was like, these fucking flat earthers.
They're still at it.
Imagine if you tweeted against it, you were just like, he's like, are you idiots still talking about the curve?
It's not gonna happen. Give it up.
And then you like 10 minutes goes ding ding. Oh
Nikki
no.
Limo got canceled because it was all an innocent misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It only would be.
Well, Japanese schools have been closed for a couple weeks now because of COVID, and so they will remain closed. And a couple of like elementary school kids, they were supposed to, not a couple, a lot of elementary school kids, they were supposed to graduate. And because around this time, usually school ends in March and then it begins back in April. So during this closing period, a lot of kids aren't able to graduate if they were like finishing. So these kids, they decided to create their graduation on Minecraft.
That's cute.
I know, it's so cute.
Oh damn, they recreated the whole
Wait,
like.
these are kindergartens? Elementary school they're calling them? I don't
So maybe it's like between like middle school and.
They're like 6th graders, 5th graders. Yeah. And
Is
then
it just as boring though?
what do you mean?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Do you have people
man.
falling asleep in the stands?
An insignificant graduations always sucks.
No, but they're actually like they're grabbing things and they're walking. It's really cute.
I won't even go to my kids, whatever this is.
Your imaginary child.
I won't go.
Future
won't
potential graduation.
Yeah, Isaac didn't graduate from elementary school.
Oh, why? He got held
They're not
back?
supposed to have graduations for elementary school.
What?
It's
What
not
are you
really.
talking about? Yes, they do. No, promotion.
He had to.
After 8th grade. Maybe you didn't graduate. Maybe the whole time you thought.
Isaac's in high school, yes?
No, he's in 6th grade.
Oh, well, he's about to go in then.
No, he's not. He's in 6th.
No, but I'm saying he's like
He
2
just got into junior high.
Well, yeah, it's like close. To me, 2 years is
Yeah.
nothing, but
Yeah, it's close.
I guess at that age, it's still.
Yeah, if you just switch schools, like it's like you started a whole new career.
True.
That's true. Well, actually no. In elementary school, I didn't have no graduation. It was only kindergarten or preschool. Because he
I
did have a
know it.
preschool graduation. I still have his cap and gown. It's super cute. It's so tiny. And then the 8th grade promotion. That's another graduation ceremony, and then high school. We had 6th grade, and we had like sex. We had sex. That's it.
It's a rite of
We had a
passage.
6th grade graduation into junior high, and then we had an 8th grade ceremony, and then I had one on. Anytime you switch schools, it was like. Well, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. For 5th grade, the last day of 5th grade, we did have like a big old it's a party day, and they kind of made it like a fair sort of thing. But it wasn't. Yeah.
This is probably the end of your elementary.
They made it a whole you shake hands with the principal one by one, like they say your name, everything.
That's pretty cool.
Or maybe I don't remember. I don't know. Stood in front of everything, and I got pissed, and my speech didn't get selected. But it's cool.
Wait, why would it be selected?
Okay, say it now. Do you remember it? So, it's been a long time. Friends. Yeah, no, I was kidding.
But you submitted to give a speech during graduation?
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I just loved talking in front of a crowd. That is my favorite thing to do ever.
Legit, are you withholding? Do you
I
remember
really
it?
feel like you remember. I don't remember it. I really feel like you do. I do remember a rap song that I made up when I was in like 9th grade, but I don't remember the speech in 6th grade.
I'm so glad.
Why?
Like genuinely. Well, Nikki scares me sometimes.
That's a superpower, man. That's really
No,
dope.
but sometimes.
I married a crazy person.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too scary. This is actually heartening. This is good to know.
I do remember like people's names from kindergarten that like left our school and like never came.
That's okay. I mean, that's not.
I think you could withhold
That's okay. Like first and last.
Yeah, I think that's okay. It's better than like remembering like this whole speech and then being bitter about I never got to present this. You know?
Yeah. I also, I ran for treasurer when I was in 7th
See who
grade.
runs for that? Who does that?
That's like the most boring one.
Well, I didn't think that I could make it for like president or vice president, so I picked one that was like smaller.
Who's practical?
And I still didn't. And then they had a loser party.
That's hilarious.
And it was like to make, the principal wanted everyone to feel like better, like, hey, good for you for like running and like doing something. But it made me feel like shit.
They actually call it a loser party?
Well, no, they pulled you out of class.
Fuck you,
Yeah, can you imagine? You're like, all right, so everyone, all the losers.
No, we got pulled out of class. It wasn't even voluntary. We all got pulled out of class. So like I was in math class or whatever, and then we all got pulled into the cafeteria. And then I looked around. I'm like, this is everyone that fucking lost. I'm like, and then the principal was like, hey, good job. I just want to say, you guys, even though you didn't win the election, you still did something, and that means that.
Oh, God.
And it was like, fuck you.
That's what Walter Mondale got told too, man. He lost by
Snacks
50.
there.
He lost by 49 states to Reagan.
Damn.
It's fine. Okay, no. This happened to me.
hold on.
This happened.
Pull up like fucking politics from
You're
50
saying
years
that
ago.
shit. Exactly. You're saying that shit about her, but then you pull this shit up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone knows that it's public fucking history. It's public history.
Public fucking history.
Okay, real quick. So I ran for ASB president, ASB vice president.
Do you remember your speech?
Yeah, I actually do. No, because you know what happened?
Say it.
No, because
Say it.
no,
Say
because
it.
the
Here,
chick.
Bart. Yes, sir.
No, so we showed up on the day of, and we went to the AV club, right? And then we're supposed to give our speech to the AV club, and this chick shows up with costumes and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? And I watched her do her speech, and she like dresses up like a genie, and she does like snap things, and then she
Wow,
has them
that's
stop
creative as
and
fuck.
start, and so basically she's like, hey, I'm Hillary, and like whatever you want is your wish. Is my command, and then she like dressed herself this certain way, and then I saw this shit, and I adjusted my speech, and I was like, hey, like I know what you guys saw, like was like a bunch of hocus pocus, and like, but what I promise you is that I like, yeah, what you just saw, you know, that's a bunch of wishes, but what I will give you is your true dreams come true. And I lost so hard. So what you think's gonna happen is like what happens in movies, right? Where like you tell the truth and all this shit, and then everyone's like, yeah, she's full of shit. But then the vice principal pulls me into her office and she's like, Mr. Greene, I just want you to know that like it's okay because you lost by like a significant margin.
Why would she say that?
She said that! A significant margin. I'll never forget that
Why?
part.
How does that make it okay?
It makes it okay because she's letting me know.
Like it wasn't even close.
You never had a
It wasn't
chance.
even close. You don't have to sweat it, brother. Yeah, you lost hard.
There was nothing you could do to save this.
There's no loser party. They're like, why would we finance a loser party? Basically. Yeah,
Damn.
but that's what my speech was.
Oh my
essentially.
gosh,
It was very hard.
that's so funny.
I never forgot it. And I remember the name, first name and last name of this person. And
The girl that
You
won?
searched her?
I hope horrible things happen to her. I really do.
Stupid.
I do.
Actually, with that
'Cause
kind
she's
of creativity
chicanery.
at 7th grade, I'm kind of curious what she did with it.
Well, you know what? Never heard of her, and I heard of Steve Greene since then. I'll tell you that.
You heard of Steve Greene? That's crazy.
Well, I have. That's something.
That's fucking nuts.
Never heard of this Hillary chick.
What was her last name? Yeah, this
It was. This is the '90s, man.
No, I'm just saying.
11 years
It would just
old.
be funny as fuck if you were just like, this Hillary bitch married this dude named Bill. I don't fucking know.
Hey, there is. Hey, you know who Rick Lazio is?
Fuck if I know.
He ran for Senate in New York. He feels that way about Hillary
How do you know
Clinton.
so much New York politics?
What the fuck is your problem?
Rick Lazio. Come on, everybody knows Rick
Rick
Lazio.
Lazio. You don't know Rick Lazio?
Sometimes I feel like you could just make up names and I'd be like,
No, he ran for Senate in New York and he
What
lost.
year?
He lost to Hillary Clinton. It was 2000.
and why do we care?
No, I'm just
And why do we care?
relating it to my high school experience.
Oh.
Damn it, he was right.
I know.
2000. Year 2000, New York Senate.
Senate.
I just love how you use such relatable analogies all the time.
How do you remember the loser?
Did you learn this stuff in the year 2000 or you read now and
I read all this shit. I know
How
all
do you
this.
keep
I know.
this
I read
information in your brain
I love
and you file it out?
because
And
it's
you
interesting.
Thank you.
It's storylines. I love stories. So it's I'm paying attention to stories. That's all.
She can't remember her own life stories?
No, that's weird.
Not allowed. It's weird.
I'm following public stories, not fucking personal shit. That's
Yeah,
weird.
and you remember every football stat ever.
You call her autistic?
Yeah, I say she's on the spectrum, but yeah.
He says it nicer,
I do. I say that.
but he does say it.
What about football stat?
You remember every single football stat or every year that every team won or ever, but then I'm weird because I remember Eminem lyrics.
This is why we're together though, because I'm less overt.
weird.
You're more overt.
We both like go ha ha, you did this thing, and then we both do the same thing.
That's tight. That's awesome.
It's cute as fuck.
So look up Rick Lazio.
I did. How do you remember the loser?
You'll have a great time.
Well, it does sound like loser, like Luzio, like Luzero.
Well, he fucked up. I remember this because he
How do
He went up against Nick Rufio.
So I used to watch a show called Hardball with Chris Matthews every week. I watched it.
You're a fun kid.
It sounds like a boring ass
You know
show.
why it was actually that I watched Hardball with Chris Matthews is because
Is there a depressing story behind this?
no, it's because my parents grounded me because I was so bad at school that they were like, you could only watch the news from now on. So I was like, okay, well, I'll start watching the news. So I watched MSNBC every day, and I watched Hardball with Chris Matthews. And Chris Matthews just got taken off the air for sexual harassment. He actually just...
Oh yeah, that Chris Matthews. Yeah.
He's like, hey, welcome to Hardball. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, go. Call her, go. Like, he's that guy. So everyone's seen this guy before at some point in an SNL sketch or whatever. And so I remember watching Hardball with Chris Matthews, and Chris Matthews at the time was talking shit on on Rick Lazio because Rick Lazio walked up to Hillary Clinton during a debate, like just like this. All right, and everyone was like, "Whoa, he crowded her. That's fucked up. She's a woman. That's fucked up. He like invaded her personal space." And then her campaign was like, "Yeah, he invaded her personal space. That's like way fucked up. Like, do you guys buy this shit?" And then like everyone was like, "Yeah, we buy it, I think." And then Rick Lazio was like, "I wasn't trying to invade her space. I was just trying to debate her. Is that chill?" And then everyone's like, "Hey, fuck you, Rick Lazio, you piece of shit, misogynist fuckhead." And so
Whoa.
I remember that, and so that stuck with me. So I remember this shit. That's all. That's my memory, like Nikki shit.
Spite. The
We're
Steve
judging.
Green story.
We are
Sorry, I'm
judging.
That's a
sorry.
fantastic story, Steve. Thank you for sharing.
Do you guys remember Gary Condit?
No.
And cut.